And at the sunrise, an accumulation of up to 50,000 vehicles. Okay. So the next one.
At the sunset the same day, the pilgrim returned to Mina. Muslim tradition states that it was here that God brought Abraham to sacrifice his son. The Santa challenged him to not to. According to Abraham attacked Satan with stones, chasing away at a place called Muzdalifa. Pilgrim join a symbolical with Satan, pick up small stones to stone Satan.
So it's Satan, not Santa. And it's symbolic. Okay, then I'll just give the answer. At the sunset the same day, and the first one is God commanded Abraham, and then the next one is the tail, and then the third one is symbolic struggle with Satan. Okay, the last one.
The pilgrims then returned to Mecca for the last part of their journey. After completing their visit, they finally left for home. Those who complete the pilgrimage earn themselves a special title, Haji for men, Hajjah for women.
Okay, thank you. So it seems that someone would like to answer, and we will give her a chance.
Brave and depart.
Okay, thank you. Their brief visit, and they finally departed for home. Okay, so my presentation is finished. Thank you. And the next one is Shakira.
I'm going to introduce Vasco da Gama. He is one of the most successful navigators in the age of discovery. As we know, maybe the most famous successful navigator in the age of discovery we may know is Columbus, or who discovered America, or Magellan. He traveled around the earth. But Vasco da Gama, he is the first one who discovered the voyage route from Europe to India. Before him, people who want to travel to Asia from Europe, they have to cross the land and maybe some along the coast of the Hidden Sea. And after he discovered the voyage, that can improve their power over to colonize the south of Asia. We can see that people travel maybe on land and only over a short distance on the sea. But Vasco da Gama, he departed from the Lisbon of Portugal, and then to the south of Africa, finally reached Calicut in India. Thanks. This is his first voyage. He departed from Lisbon and on 1427 on July 8, and the distance was said that is greater than the equator. Then he arrived in Calicut, and he met the king in Connecticut, but he didn't have a nice treat. First, he was the king of the Connecticut treat Vasco da Gama and his sailors with hostility. But then, and Vasco da Gama, he just gave the king his cargo and some merchandise, but the officials in Connecticut, they found there was no gold or silver in his merchandise. So they just think why, if they are an ambassador from Europe, why they only have some clothes or some things they won't have interest. And at that time, there were some Muslim merchants around the king in the Connecticut, and they think Vasco da Gama, they are their rivals, and they said to the king that they might be original pirate. They are not any ambassador. So da Gama didn't have a successful trade with the king in the Connecticut, and then he just left with anger. Okay. And though he just failed on make a trade with people in India, but he really successfully discovered the route from Europe to India. Then he just returned home, and it took about 132 days. And that's the first voyage route. Okay, the second voyage. 5 years after he arrived in Portugal from his first voyage, and he commanded the fourth Portuguese armada to India, a fleet of 15 ships and 800 men. And this time he didn't make much trade or some trade with the India people. Sometimes he really did action like a pirate and seized some Muslim merchants' ship, grabbed the cargo, and he also locked the passengers all on the ship and just burned it all. And several years later, and he passed away at Christmas Eve in 1524. And it is the tomb of Vasco da Gama. I'm sorry, the picture just covered the words, and let's just talk about he grabbed some people in India or some inhabitants live around the coast as the slaves to Europe. And yeah, like during his second voyage, he pillaged a ship of Muslim pilgrims and died. And the ship was traveling from Calicut to Mecca, and finally he just burned the people and the ship. Well, he was responsible for the Portugal's success as early colonizing power. He also made the Europe fame in South Asia more large. And let's watch a video. Sorry, we'll have to skip the video again. Okay. And I think Vasco da Gama I will view him as the one that equal stature with John in the world of navigators. They also discovered the route to the south of India, and just sail across the Indian Ocean. Well, but Zheng He was more kind than him, and he never treated any merchant ships on the sea with just robbery and burn it all. that could be a difference. I think that could be a difference between Western culture and Chinese culture in colonizing. And that could also be a difference between Confucianism and colonization, which represent again thoughts of China and Europe. And that's all of my personal presentation.